Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by InTheMoneyStocks. Today is October 13th, 2016. My name is Nick Santiago. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. All right, looking at the market here, we have the S&P 500 E-mini futures trading lower by about 15 and 3/4 points to 21.15 and 3/4 per contract. This is a pretty good decline. You're going to see that the market actually was a little bit lower right here around 3:50 a.m. this morning, East Coast time. And then we got a little bit of a bid, and now we are back down toward those lows. So it's going to be a pretty important trading day. We're going to start down with a pretty good gap down, and we're going to see where this market plays out today. But in the meantime, we have lots of stocks in the news, and that's what we're going to focus on. That's where we'll make our money today. Let's take a look at Delta Airlines, DAL. They reported earnings. Stock right now is trading at $38.90 a share. It closed yesterday at $39.26. So this is a little mild downtick. No real big deal here. If Delta does sell off, though, keep the $36.50 level on the radar. That would be a very, very good support level. I'm not sure we're going to see it get down there, but if it does, that would be a level where I would get interested in on the long side for a scalp play. So keep that on the radar today. Let's take a look at CSX. This is a railroad company. Stock right now is trading at $30.50. They reported earnings as well. Closed at $30.21. So this is actually a little bit of an uptick. It did have a bigger bounce yesterday after the closing bell. That has come back down. So not much we're going to look to do here. This stock, in my opinion, needs to stay above the $30 level. Close below $30 really could send this reeling to the downside. But again, right now it's holding up fine. We'll see how it plays out once the opening bell rings. Wells Fargo is in the news. Looks like the CEO, John Stump, has resigned or is stepping down. And the stock right now is trading at $45.70. Closed at $45.33. This move is probably pretty much factored in. So everybody was expecting him to eventually step down. He's being forced out, really, to be honest. So we'll see how the market reacts to the stock. Either way, right now the stock is trading up on the news by a little bit here, by about 40-50 cents. But I think a lot of it was already factored into the cake. Let's take a look at Taiwan Semiconductor, TSM. Is the ticker symbol here. Stock right now is trading at 31.66. Closed at 31.34. They reported earnings. I'm not seeing a whole lot here right now for this name. If we do rally up a little bit more, yeah, it's fine. Stock does have resistance around 32.50. So again, I can't really see this thing getting much above 32.50 today. If you own it, trail the stop loss. If you don't own it, there's not much I would do with it. Let's take a look at VAC, which is Marriott Vacations. What you're going to see here is stock is trading at 62.40. This closed at 68.80. So this is a pretty good haircut. Right now, when I look at this name, the only support level I see would be around $57. Gets to 57. I like it there a lot. I think that's a very, very good playable level. Again, this is a little bit on the lighter volume side. And what I mean by that is rarely does the stock trade 1 million shares a day. It generally trades anywhere between 150 and 250,000 shares. So again, this is a light volume name. It can overshoot, but around the 57 and 55 level, that's where I do think there's a fair amount of support. So again, if you're looking at this one, this is where you should be looking down lower. Right now, not much to do here, but the stock is getting hit today. Let's take a look here at Ulta Salon. Looks like this company guided higher. Right now, Ulta Salon trading at $246.89. You could see it briefly got all the way up to $252 in the pre-market here. It closed at $238.96. So this is a good little uptick for Ulta. If it does rally, I do see a lot of resistance around $256, maybe $256.50. Again, this is another light volume stock. Rarely trades 1 million shares a day on average. I'm going to say it probably trades somewhere around 500,000 shares on each trading session. So these stocks can overshoot a little bit, but I don't really see much more upside past the 256 level if it does get up there at all. Let's take a look at PGR, which is Progressive. And what you're going to see here is that the stock is trading at 31.60, closed at 31.60. I think they had earnings as well. No real action here. We'll look at this one once the opening bell rings. If this does rally up, there's a ton of resistance around the 32.50, 32.75 level. So again, a lot of resistance there for Progressive. Let's take a look at GoPro this morning, GPRO. And what you're going to see here is, I believe, the stock was downgraded by a bunch of firms saying they're not going to sell their product on Amazon. You could read into the news. I could care less. Stock is trading at $13.70, closed at $14.28. So this is a pretty good little downtick. I think you have a lot of support here at these lows. If it does fall further, there's more support around $13. So keep that on the radar today. If there's anything else that we see once the opening bell rings, we'll talk about it in the intraday stock chat room a little bit later today. Let's take a look at MercadoLibre, MELI. This is getting hit today. Stock is trading down $1.07 to $172 a share. Closed at $183.15 a share. Right off the bat, though, MercadoLibre does have support around 170. So keep that on the radar. Even if it falls through there, and this is a light volume name, it rarely trades a million shares. Generally trades around 300,000 a day. This can overshoot. So I would watch the 169, 168 level for an overshoot. Even though I have support at 170, just the way this thing can trade, it could easily get down to 169, 168. That would be your support level for MercadoLibre this morning. Again, looks like they did a share offering. They also had earnings yesterday, and it looks like eBay is also going to sell their stake in the company. So again, a lot of news there. You can check it all out for yourself, but you're going to have some intraday support, probably around 169. I would normally say 170. But I'm not sure if that's going to hold because it is such light volume, and light volume stocks do overshoot. Let's take a look at Deckers Outdoors. DECK is the ticker symbol here. Stock right now is trading down a little bit. Right now it's at $57.84, closed at $60.98. There's not much I'm going to make out of this one. When I look at this stock, it just doesn't have enough volume behind the move, so we'll look at it once the opening bell rings. But either way, if it does fall lower, I do have levels. We'll talk about them in the intraday stock chat room a little bit later. And once again, if you want to trade alongside of us, come on over. Take that 7-day free trial to the intraday stock chat room. You'll see what it's all about. All right, let's shift gears here a little bit. Let's go to the gold market. Gold futures are trading higher by $4.50 to $1,258.30 an ounce. If you take a look at the GLD this morning, you'll see that is trading at $119.83, well off of its morning highs. So again, gold still remains very vulnerable in my opinion. I just don't think it's gonna, crumble lower. It's just gonna drift lower. So again, we are still seeing gold really just go sideways for the last 4 or 5 days. Next up, we have crude oil. Crude oil futures trading lower by 10 cents to $50.08 a barrel. Let's take a look at the USO, which is a good oil ETF. This is trading at $11.40, closed at $11.44. So it's reflecting just a small little downtick in the price of oil. All in all, not much we're going to do with crude oil at this moment. We'll look at this once the opening bell rings, as we always do each and every trading day. Once again, if you want to come alongside and trade with us, come take the 7-day free trial to the intraday stock chat. You'll see everything that we are doing there. You can trade right along with us. With that being said, everybody, I'm going to leave it here short and sweet. Have a great trading day, and we will see you on the charts.